What's up, everybody? Welcome to the newest episode of the Debate Mates. We're back with the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Stretch, finally back at it with the Debate Mates.
Yes.
And there's no better way to welcome Stretch back than to debate the top 25 players in the NBA. We've got a lot of downtime between now and the restart. I think it's like 18 days.
Yeah.
And Bleacher Report came out with their top 100, and to say the least, it is flawed. So we're going to be doing what Bleacher Report should be doing, which is actually ranking the 25 best players in the league.
Absolutely.
Real quick, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Debate Mates. That's right, we got a Twitter account now.
Ooh, big time, baby.
And this is our 49th episode. So for our 50th episode, if any of you guys would be interested, drop some comments and questions, and let us know on Instagram and Twitter any NBA topics you'd like us to discuss, so we can make it a fan-inclusive episode for number 50.
Big bubble stuff.
So, Stretch, how many players we're going to do our top 25 today, like I said.
Yeah.
We'll start at 25. I'll name a player, you name a player, and then we'll debate from there.
All right, well, let's go by fives. We'll go 25 to 21 first. Okay, we're going to 25 to 21 first, and then we're going to debate that order.
All right.
And players and so on and so forth.
And leave your comments below who has the better list when we're done.
I'm pretty
sure. And maybe
give
us a prediction who will have the better list.
Yeah.
Well, so Stretch, I'll let you start off 25 through 21.
All right. So my 25th best player is Chris Middleton. 24 is Kemba Walker. 23 is Bradley Beal. 22 is Kyrie Irving, and 21 is Mr. 5-foot jump shot himself, Ben Simmons.
So our lists so far are pretty similar. 25, I also have Chris Middleton.
Okay.
24, I got Bradley Beal.
Okay.
23, Kyrie Irving. 22, Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
And at 21, I also have Mr. 5-foot jump shot, Ben Simmons, the fishing master, if you've been checking out the 76ers Instagram.
So you got Bam in there at a little high.
I do. I have to put Bam in there because the Heat have been a surprise to all of us.
Okay.
And who would have thought Bam Adebayo would be an all-star this year? I don't think anybody thought that.
I agree with that.
Took such a big jump.
Okay.
16, 11, and 5, a steal and a block, 57% from the field. And this stat, it's not a great stat for him, but I just wanted to say he shoots 8% from the three-point line. 8%. But, I mean, other than that, obviously, shooting a great percent from the field.
8% from the three-point line, and he's a top 25 player? My Lord,
well,
what are our stats?
Ben Simmons? Well, Ben Simmons shoots 33%, but I think he's like 0.1 for 0.3.
What is our standard here? What is our standard? So let's talk about the guys who did not make the list.
Well, real quick, if you have Ben Simmons, I feel like you have to have Bam Adebayo.
Why?
There's not too big of a difference there.
You know Ben Simmons plays point guard.
They're both long forwards. Ben Simmons is a point forward. And Bam Adebayo is also kind of a point forward.
No. Ben Simmons is a point guard.
Well, neither of them are good shooters.
Bam Adebayo is a center.
They both shoot around the same percentage, 59 and 57.
Okay.
They both get around the same amount of steals. Ben Simmons 2 steals, Adebayo 1. Both of them average a block. And then Adebayo only averages 1 less point, more rebounds than Simmons, and only 3 more assists.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, their stats are pretty similar, and they offer about the same amount of defense. So, I understand Ben Simmons is the one that's in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation, and Bam Adebayo is not.
Yes.
But when I was thinking of this list, I remembered back when the Heat beat the Bucks, like one of the last games before the season shut down.
Okay.
And Bam Adebayo knows how to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah,
and
he does.
I give him points for
that. They
that.
also play a zone.
I give him points for that.
You give him points for your team playing zone?
Yeah, I do.
In the NBA?
Yeah.
Play zone.
It
is absolutely absurd.
They're brave to bring that to the court.
Yes.
I commend them.
I mean, they play it for long stretches of the game.
So I have to have him in there, but we're talking about the players we don't have in there.
So. Yeah, so who do you have that is right there on the cusp of being a top 25 player? I'll start with Devin Booker. He's top 10 in scoring. His team sucks, but hey, that boy could put it in the hole right now, and he's a one-man band in Phoenix.
I didn't really have I had 5 others, but I didn't really have them ranked. But the next player I had written down was Zach LaVine.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's so underrated. He's a great scorer.
He is.
He's a decent defender when he wants to be. He's crazy athletic. He's a phenomenal 3-point shooter all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, yeah.
I mean,
checking for PEDs.
If I had to pick one player to win the 3-point shootout and the dunk contest in the same year, Zach LaVine would be number one on my list.
Hands down.
And the Bulls, the Bulls are better record-wise than the Suns.
They are.
So Zach LaVine doesn't necessarily have a better roster by far than what the Suns had. So I feel like Zach LaVine has done what Devin Booker was supposed to do this year.
That Chicago team is pretty good. Yeah, they could be pretty good.
They could be pretty good.
Yeah, they got a lot of young talent on that team. Wendell Carter. Let's do this.
They got
DeAndre Ayton,
Kelly Oubre. That's where the list ends. So.
Okay, yeah, that's it. So on the other side, you have Kobe White.
Yeah.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Who's been injured a lot.
Yeah, has been. DeAndre Ayton has missed 25 games for PEDs.
Right.
And
Larry Markkinen, who also missed every game this year. He barely played.
Yeah, that's what I'm forgetting. That guy.
Yeah.
He's been a disappointment. We actually might do a top 25 biggest disappointments. Because that guy has
Number
been
one, Kyle Kuzma. Let me say something real quick. Tyler Hero, if you're watching this, and I know you are,
this guy.
Make sure you don't turn into Kyle Kuzma because it's coming.
This guy.
He clearly cares more now about tattoos and different hair colors and dating models than basketball. I'm worried he's gonna become Kyle Kuzma.
That's the LA lifestyle, baby. But you'll see after this year when he doesn't get a contract extension from the Lakers.
I'm really worried that
we'll see the real Kyle Kuzma. We'll see the real Kyle Kuzma in the years to come.
So we've got our top, our 25 through 21. Now let's go 20 to 16.
I'll let you lead this one off, big dog.
So at 20, I got Kemba Walker.
Okay.
19, Pascal Siakam, Spicy P. 18, Taco J himself, Jason Tatum.
Okay.
17, Russell Westbrook. And at 16, I have Paul George.
16, PG. Wow. Okay. 20, I have the magician himself, Mr. Nutmeg, Trae Young. 19, I have Pascal. 18, I have Jason Tatum. 17, Kyle Lowry. 16, Jimmy Buckets, Mr. Butler.
So what made you decide put Kemba so low then? It's because I have him a little bit higher than you do.
He's not the best player on this team, number one. So if if Jason Tatum is 18, in my opinion, he's the 18th best player in the league.
Right.
Kemba, you have to go under him.
Okay.
That's just basic off of that. You know what I'm saying? So then he gets caught into the log jam of the other guards who do very similar things that he does. So, Kyrie has more flash than Kemba does. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal, I think, is a better two-way guard than he is. And Trae Young is he's been tagged the up-and-coming guard of the future type of thing.
I'm surprised
Steph Curry.
You didn't have any reaction to 24 Bradley Beal and 23 Kyrie on my list.
Well, Kyrie has kind of slid down there.
Yeah.
And Bradley Beal.
If he starts his own league, he might be back to top 5.
Hey, what you saying? Well, winning isn't important. If you get style points, hey.
I mean, he tried to do a street ball move in his first game with the Nets.
Oh, my God, that was insane. But, and Bradley Beal, without a running mate, he struggles.
Yeah.
He struggles. He's an undersized two guard. He's about 6'3", 6'4", and he's barely 205, 210 maybe. So the pounding that he takes throughout a full course of a game, I'm surprised he doesn't have more injuries than what he does.
Yeah.
But without a running mate, he gets you'll see explosions where he have 36, 37.
Or 52 nights in a row.
Right. And then you'll see a 16 somewhere. Where in the world? Where did that come from?
31 points though, 4 and 6. I mean,
he's balling this year. He has been balling.
I think I have him. Well, I definitely have him above Trae Young.
That's okay. That's okay.
So
they get about the same amount of wins.
Yeah, that's true. But one of them got invited to the bubble at least.
Yeah, but one of them also is an all-star game starter.
Popularity
and the other one was not even
Zaza
there.
Pachulia was almost an all-star game starter back in 2017. I don't want to hear that.
Almost doesn't count, sir. Almost doesn't count.
So
Trey, I like him right now, But, I think a lot of things that happened with the Hawks this year aren't directly related to him. They started off high. John Collins was there. Then all of a sudden, John Collins gets popped for PEDs, and their whole season goes into the trash. So from that point forward, I believe that's on the coach to kind of rally the troops right there, and he did not rally the troops. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of talent on that team, and then with Trae Young, who it kind of reminds me of a blend of Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry. When he gets out there and he's playing for himself, he himself will look great.
Yeah.
The team will look like garbage.
I'm making a prediction that the Hawks are not going to be able to win anything in these coming years. I think they've got too many players that do the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They've decided to go really guard-heavy, drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, who I thought the two of them could be a solid backcourt.
Yeah.
But then after 1 year, they decided Kevin Huerter might not work. Let's draft Cam Reddish. And then DeAndre Hunter, who's kind of a tweener, guard, forward. And then John Collins he could kind of be a stretch 5 in today's NBA.
Yeah.
But then they take in Capella, which kind of puts him back into an awkward position where he's got to play a 4 and expand his game to a 3-point line.
Yeah,
And the biggest thing that he and Trae Young did together was their pick and roll.
Right.
So what's Clint Capella going to do? He's going to stand in the corner? Is he going to become a spot-up shooter?
And that's why the Rockets got rid of Clint Capella.
Right.
Because he doesn't space the floor. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't shoot. He's a rebounding dunk guy. And that's all he offers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their future is and what direction they're pointing in. But, hey, teach his own, man.
So, and then we have Jason Tatum and Pascal Siakam. Both of us have them 18, 19. They're pretty similar players. So what was the difference for you?
Jason, in my opinion, Jason Tatum has been doing it longer.
Okay.
Since he came into the league, that second half of his rookie season, he's been thrust into a more dominant scoring, role.
Right.
Pascal, even though he did get most improved player, he was behind DeMar and Kyle Lowry. They're still, even now, Kyle Lowry is still like the lead, the top dog on that team. He just doesn't score a whole lot of points right now. They kind of putting more of the offensive emphasis on Pascal this year. So this is his first year carrying that offensive load. You know what I'm saying? So I like what I see, but I want a little bit more longevity before I can throw him higher.
Pascal Siakam has a good spin move.
He does.
And that's kind of where the offense ends.
That's about it.
He's become more of a 3-point shooter in recent years, but as you'll be able to tell as I continue with my list.
And that could be fool's gold moving forward.
Yeah, I really like the players that can shoot mid-range. I think once the court shrinks for the playoffs, that's where...
The mid-range is where it's at, baby.
That's where, So he's not a great shooter, not as good as Tatum. He can't create his own shot as well as Tatum.
Right.
He hasn't been able to lead an offense yet like Tatum has.
Right.
And, Kyle Lowry and Kemba Walker are pretty similar players, so it's not like Pascal is, being held back.
Right.
So I think, Tatum, I have him above Pascal. We both have him 18 and 19. And then I have Westbrook 17, and I know you have him higher, so I'm going to try to explain myself here.
Please.
So his stats, when you look at them and don't, look at any of the context, 28, 8, 7, 2 steals, 47% from the field. You look at those stats, just those stats alone, and say that guy's a top 10 player in the league. Just based off of the stats.
Yeah. So what's going on here?
But kind of like a gripe you'll hear I'll have with Joel Embiid a little bit later on. He turns it on and turns it off. That's my biggest problem with not only him and James Harden and the Rockets. That's my problem with them.
Okay.
They switch months. If this was a February list, I would have him top 5 because he averaged 35, 10 and 10 that month.
He was insane that month.
So, and he doesn't give you a lot on defense. He could give you a lot on defense. He's so athletic. He's so quick. But it's just not really his thing, I guess you could say.
Okay.
His mid-range shot has kind of disappeared. He's become much more of a driver, and I think that's partly because he was forced into that by the Rockets' offense. So that, which was one of his biggest strong suits, in my opinion, has kind of disappeared. You can't say he's lost any of that quickness that would have made him a top 10 player a couple of years ago. That's still there.
He's still super athletic.
The drive is still there. And then there are also players behind him, younger players that I think have come up and kind of can do more than Westbrook. He's kind of a one-trick pony. He's quick, he can get to the rim, he can finish, he can pass, he can rebound. That's where, kind of like Siakam, I don't know how much more he can do other than that.
Right.
And does he contribute to winning? Not a whole lot. I think he's a good player, but I think he's a great player. But he's more of a floor raiser than a ceiling raiser. He'll take like a Pistons and he'll make them a playoff team and entertaining.
Gotcha.
But if you put them on like
that championship
the
team, won't
Raptors,
get them
they're
over
going to be worse than if they had Kyle Lowry.
I got you.
So then moving on to 15 through 11, you can go first on this one.
So 15 through 11, I have Paul George at 15, Klay Thompson at 14, Chris Paul, a.k.a. point guard, at 13, Joel Embiid at 12, and Mr. Russell Westbrook at 11.
All right, so I think this is the moment we've kind of been waiting for here.
Mm-hmm.
15, I got Jimmy Butler.
Mm-hmm.
14, I got Klay Thompson. 13, Joel Embiid. 12, Chris Paul. And then at 11, I have the Chris Paul of the East, Kyle Lowry.
Jesus Christ.
So, let me explain myself.
Please help us, because I'm clearly not by myself right here. The viewers are going to raise all kinds of holy, you know what, 11? Count 11.
Yeah. If you were ranking him by most skilled, would he be 11? No. Would he be top 25? No. But he's probably the best leader in the NBA. He's, for 2 consecutive years, taken teams that might not have the most skill and kept them relevant as contenders.
Is Kyle Lowry a top 3 point guard in the NBA?
No. But I have a lot of point guards high up, too. I got some point guards up there. Well, it depends. Well, if you don't consider James Harden a point guard, then yeah. Well, no, he's not. I'm sorry. I'm going a little crazy right here. I missed a player that I had on my rankings. I just left my mind for a moment. But like I said, I have a lot of point guards still high up there.
Okay.
But he averages 25 and 8.
Okay.
As opposed to Chris Paul, who's 18, 5 and 7. Kyle Lowry has a steal. He's a good defender.
Okay.
This is just the kind of stat I decided to add in there. He's first in charges drawn per game. And that I added that in not as much because it's like impressive, like, oh, this is why he's top 25.
Good stuff. No.
But it's more of like
no one takes charges nowadays.
It's an example of if he's like, it shows more how good he is and how intense he is and how much he cares, and I think that can lead into his game.
Can we say that Kyle Lowry is a better offensive Patrick Beverly?
No, I think that would be an insult to Kyle Lowry.
I think that's what he is.
What is the big difference between Kyle Lowry and Chris Paul for you? I think they're very similar.
What? They may be similar. However, point guard Chris Paul has been doing this thing for a long time.
Well, okay, so
longevity.
Maybe I should have put Vince Carter in here too, because he's been doing it for a long time.
No. Vince Carter is 42 years old and should have got out of the league 7 years ago.
So what do you think is the biggest difference then, Nick? Aside from the nickname?
Okay, Chris Paul, sir, is a great leader.
But Kyle Lowry isn't?
I didn't say that. He's a great leader. Okay, Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry also is a great leader.
Well, I'm still waiting for the difference then.
Chris Paul can get clutch buckets, and we talking about games in the balance buckets. Kyle Lowry, that's not what he does. Okay? Chris Paul is also a great mentor.
But Kyle Lowry isn't?
No, he's not. And I like Kyle Lowry. I like him. But who has he made better? I'll wait.
He's taken the back seat a bit this year to Pascal Siakam to let him come into his own as an all-star starter.
You just said Pascal Siakam's ceiling is very low.
I didn't say that.
No, that's what you said.
No, I didn't.
You say he is a one-trick pony. You say he got a spin
move. I did say
he's
a one-trick pony.
So his ceiling is very low.
But Kyle Lowry has taken a step back, kind of like what I said with Kemba Walker, to let a younger guy take the lead.
Okay, all right. I won't argue that. So, in my opinion, here's my issue. Chris Paul has taken mediocre teams to, deep into the playoffs.
Except the Clippers.
And that's one of the mediocre teams I'm referring to.
Blake Griffin, J.J. Redick, DeAndre Jordan.
They were horrible. They were log jam.
Crawford off the bench.
They were log jam. You can't win with Blake and DeAndre Jordan.
Maybe not nowadays, but back when it was more.
You couldn't then either. The reason being, neither one of them, you could throw it to them in the post and they could score.
Blake Griffin was more of a post-centric player back in 2013.
He was a catch-a-lob guy. Pick and roll guy. You couldn't give it to him and clear out a side, and he'd get you a bucket. He couldn't do it.
Okay.
He was just like a Amar Stoudemire. He couldn't do it.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And we all know DeAndre Jordan is troubled on the offensive end, to say the least.
Wouldn't Charles Barkley say if you lock him in a room lock him in a basketball court and he can't dunk, he'll wake up the next morning with 4 points?
Absolutely. You see what I'm saying? So that what was wrong with the Clippers.
Okay.
You know, but that New Orleans Hornets team, they were Hornets.
Yeah, Chris Paul, David West.
Yeah, that was actually a decent team, mediocre, but Chris Paul made them relevant.
All right.
And that's what we're seeing with the Thunder. They're mediocre on paper, but he is making them better. And that's what he does. Everywhere he goes, he makes them better.
All right, I can't disagree with any of that, but I feel like you can say the exact same thing for Lowry. So I don't think this is just going to end in a stalemate. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to.
We're going to come back to this.
Yeah, we'll come back to this a little bit later.
We're going to come back to this. Okay, so let's go.
Well, first I wanted to talk about two things. So
okay, what do you got?
Both of us, even though he hasn't played, have Klay Thompson. I think both at 14.
Absolutely.
So
he's the best shooting guard, 3-point shooting guard.
Okay, and best defensive shooting guard, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the best two-way shooting guard.
Is he the best two-way player?
No.
Okay. And then we both also have Joel Embiid out of the top 10.
Yeah.
Stretch, can you imagine Joel Embiid is watching this? Can you talk to him and tell him why he should be a top 5 player and why he's not?
You're lazy.
Is that it?
You're lazy.
Okay.
And you don't play with your heart. You know what I'm saying? You take games off, weeks off at a time, and it shows.
I'm gonna make sure to add like some sort of like the Careless Whisper song over this, some sort of sad music.
Yeah, man. Like you could easily be the best player in the East. Oh, they're throwing something about. You can easily be the best player in the East. But you know, for real, you can be better than Giannis. The way that you can dominate down on the block and shoot from the perimeter. But you just won't do it. And
well, I think the problem is he will do it, except the only thing he will do is shoot from the perimeter.
It's mind blowing.
He's like scared to play in the post, I think sometimes.
Mind blowing, man. It's mind blowing.
Maybe since when he played better when Shaq and Charles Barkley called him out, maybe this was all he needed. He just needed a respected figure like you to tell him what to do.
You're lazy.
There's no reason why he can't be 28 and 14 a night.
You're lazy.
2 to 3 blocks.
You are lazy.
He attempts, I think.
And until you stop being lazy, you won't win.
How does he shoot 47% from the field? How does he not shoot 50%? He's 7 foot.
Because he shoots too many jump shots.
He shoots, I think, 4 3-pointers a game.
He shoots too many jump shots. And the coach, they don't respect the head coach to make him get his butt down on the block.
Yeah.
Like that's where he needs to be at. He needs to be picking up fouls, drop stepping on people, hook shots. Like that's what he needs to be doing, but he doesn't do none of that.
All right.
He's lazy.
So now moving into this is where it's good, the top 10.
Top 10, baby.
We'll go 10 to 6, and then we'll finish it off with our top 5. But when we get to our top 5, let's just do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 instead of as a group.
Cool.
Number 10, I've got Damian Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
9, the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
8, the Beard, James Harden.
Mm.
7, Luka Doncic.
Mm-hmm.
And at 6, I've got the baby-faced assassin, Steph Curry.
Cool. 10, I have the Joker. 9, I have Luka the Don. 8, James Harden. 7, Dame Dollar, the best PG in the league. And 6, Anthony Davis.
Wait, you never said Steph Curry, though.
Yeah, he's top 5.
So wouldn't he be a better point guard than
He's
Damian
hurt.
Lillard?
He's hurt.
Oh, okay.
He's hurt.
So you think Lillard is better than Luka?
Yes, right now.
Could you explain?
It's just a longevity thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's simply a longevity thing. He took his team to the West Conference Finals last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
but in his career, has Damian Lillard ever averaged almost a triple-double? 29, 9, and 9.
Well, Luka's a freak right now. You know, he's LeBron-esque. He's a freak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Luka in 2 years could very well be top 3 in the league.
Yeah.
He possibly could be the best player in the league. You know what I'm saying? If these numbers keep trending upward. Can you imagine your point guard, because that's what he's playing now, point guard, averaging 28, 29 points a game, 10 boards and 10 assists?
It's crazy.
Like he could literally do that. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like a different way than the way Westbrook did it too.
Right.
He like, it's like natural to him.
Yeah. He's super talented, man, and he will. He's a star of the future. Like,
and imagine if he just shot. So he shoots 32% from 3. Imagine if he just shot a mediocre 36.
Man, listen.
Or instead of making 75%,
and his shot is he shoots it. He shoots a really good ball. I'm surprised he doesn't shoot higher percentages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe he just need to concentrate on that a little bit more in the offseason. But
and he's clutch.
Yeah, God, man. And he shoots a great mid-range jump shot.
Right.
His mid-range is maybe behind Kawaii, the best mid-range jump shot in the NBA.
So now that we've talked about how much you love Luka, it's just longevity, but who is a better player? If we're not doing longevity.
Right now, Dame Lillard is a better player.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just,
Luka does more.
He does. Cool. But, just because you write with the multicolored pen and I write with this black pen doesn't mean that you're better than me.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, he has more tools in his toolbox.
But Luka Doncic also has the black pen. He has all of them.
Listen, because you have all the tools in your toolbox, doesn't mean that you swing your hammer better than mine. That's what it boils down to. I think Damian Lillard, number one, I think he's the best pick and roll guard right now in the NBA. All right, that's number one. Number two, I think it's kind of hard to say because Portland was decimated with injuries this entire year.
Yeah.
But this team was on track to go Western Conference Finals again. I mean, it was going to lose.
But you can't forget the fact that before Luka, before Kristaps, before all the injuries start to hit the Mavericks, they were a top 3 seed in the Western Conference.
They were. But Dame's been dealing with injuries all year. Okay,
that's fair.
All year. He hasn't played with Zach Collins yet. He hasn't played with his big man yet. Nurkic. He's basically been playing with just him and CJ. And Hassan Whiteside, who nobody in the NBA really wants, but they take him. No one really wants Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah,
But, I mean, he's a big body. We'll use him.
Right, he's kind of Capella-esque.
Right. I mean, we'll take him. We'll let him rock for a little bit, but are we going to give him an extension? No. No. So, I mean, he had to go get Carmelo Anthony. You see, this is what he's been playing with all year.
Yeah, it's been tough for Dame.
It's been tough, man. And he has him right there on the cusp of being in the playoffs.
Are we ready to break down the top 5 now?
All right, let's go 5.
Steph Curry.
I have Steph Curry as well, 5.
All right. Or no, I have Anthony Davis. I'm sorry, I misread that.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I have Steph Curry 6.
Right. Okay, I have Steph Curry 5.
This was, before we started recording, we kind of talked about this a bit.
Yeah.
So the reason I have Anthony Davis above Steph Curry is I think, if I was to give them grades, I'd say Steph Curry is an A+ offense, Anthony Davis is probably A-. Steph Curry is probably a C to C- defender.
C.
Anthony Davis is an A+. That's the reason I have Anthony Davis over Steph Curry. I know you think that their offenses are... You think Steph Curry's offense isn't even on the grading scale. You think it's beyond an A+.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's the reason I have Anthony Davis over Steph Curry. Their numbers, and I took Steph Curry as when I made the list. I used his last year's stats.
Okay.
That was the last time we really saw him at full health.
Right.
27, 5-5, a steal, 47, 44 from 3, 92 from the line.
What you really should look at is his stats before Kevin Durant got there.
Because he's still the same player, just not as much opportunity.
Absolutely. Those numbers is why he's number 5 for me.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
His last unanimous MVP, which is what he was before Kevin Durant came in, and is what we probably will see for the next 2 years moving forward as he's exiting his prime. Oh boy.
But until I see that again, I have to say right now, I'd rather have Anthony Davis.
Okay.
And with the way the league is moving...
And the Warriors were that good without a big man, right?
They were that good?
Without one.
Right. They never really had a center.
See what I'm
kind
saying?
of just put anybody in there.
Anybody. Why? Why could they do that?
Because the other 4 were perfect together.
Because Steph Curry scored at that high of a clip that it made your big man irrelevant.
That's true. But with the way the league is trending, I think all of our top 4 players are big forwards.
Yeah.
You need a guy like Anthony Davis who's a big forward to defend those types of guys.
Absolutely.
The league is trending to a place where it's running by 6'11" guys that can shoot the 3-point ball.
Yeah, no,
Anthony Davis can defend those. Steph Curry can't.
I agree.
So I just have to have Anthony Davis over there because he can guard the best offensive player. He can score on the best defender.
Okay.
Steph Curry can score on the best defender, but
He can't guard a soul.
yeah. So,
I agree.
but they're close.
They're close. 5 and 6, you know. Yeah.
Number 4. Who do you have?
I have Mr. Kawhi Leonard.
I have LeBron. No, I'm kidding. I have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, if you would have said LeBron, boy, this, you know how to, you know the buttons to push. Boy, you know the buttons to push, boy. My Lord. Whoo, you don't need to raise the blood pressure. You raise the pressure.
I thought Stretch was about to flip the table.
Yeah. Whoo. Okay. Man.
So you've got Kawhi, I've got Giannis.
Okay. I'll let you defend first. Why do you have Giannis at 4 and the defending MVP? 4.
So not only is he the defending MVP, he's going to win it again. What?
If he's going to win it again, why is he number 4?
Because, that was weird, there's like a hair on my paper. If Giannis Antetokounmpo is... So, Giannis, the thing that puts him above most MVP candidates, like LeBron, is he's a better defender.
Okay.
With Kawhi, when Kawhi locks in, when the playoff, what I'm really doing here is I'm facing Giannis versus playoff Kawhi. Is kind of what I'm doing.
Okay.
Because I think playoff Kawhi is the truest version of Kawhi there is.
Okay.
Because he kind of takes it off in the regular season.
Okay.
I will say this: if he played like Giannis does in the regular season, where he played every game hard as he could, would they be more similar? Would Giannis maybe be above Kawhi? Yeah, because I think Giannis could probably do it longer because he's not as injury prone as Kawhi is.
Okay.
But, like you said, mid-range shot, that is Kawhi's
That's his game.
ultimate shot.
Yeah, that's his game.
No defense can defend that.
Okay.
And if you put him in his zone, you say, you're not getting in here, he can shoot the 3. He can drive.
Yeah.
Giannis is he's a better version of Pascal Siakam. They do the exact same things.
He's the best version of Pascal Siakam.
He is what Pascal Siakam looks at
Wants
every
to
night
be.
and thinks, please
Right.
let me become that.
Right.
Giannis he's kind of like the perfect build, but other than that, like,
I mean,
he doesn't have...
The only issue with Giannis
He doesn't
is
have
that
all
he
the skills
can't.
that Kawhi has.
I agree with that. But again, just because you got all the tools in your toolbox
I know.
doesn't mean you can hit that hammer better than me. And the only issue with Giannis is that he doesn't shoot the mid-range jump
Or
shot.
the 3-point shot.
He's
at a high
clip. He's shooting the 3 now more comfortably. I mean, that's going to take a little bit more time for him because he came into the league as just a driver. But if he opens up that mid-range game, he will be the best player in the NBA. Period. Over Kevin Durant, over LeBron James, over anybody else you can even think of. If Giannis hits the 15 to 18 foot jump shot consistently, he will be the best player in the NBA. You will not be able to defend him. Because he can post, high post, low post. You won't be able to double team because he's a great passer. And then, we know what he does defensively.
Yeah. I can't argue with that, but until he adds a mid-range shot...
Right. We talking about,
in
dream world right now.
Kawhi is just as good a defender as Giannis, if not better, when he's on. Kawhi defended Giannis perfectly in the playoffs. Giannis couldn't do that to Kawhi. Kawhi did that to Giannis. And then Kawhi's a better shooter from 3, from the mid-range. Giannis is a better dunker. Giannis is better at getting to the rim and dunking. Kawhi is better at every other offensive aspect of the game other than passing. If you want to...
You know what? I have no issue with none of that. My issue with Kawhi is that he doesn't play all the time. Just play 80% of the games, dude.
Okay. That's fair.
I can't reward you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't play 80%. Like 80%? Like, give me 60 games. Just give me 60. That's all I want. Give me 60 games, man. Like, give me 60 games. Like, how's he? So, he probably will be a Hall of Famer.
Kawhi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if he wins a championship this year.
Yeah, which he won't. But
he will. But okay.
But he won't.
But he will.
So he probably will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Okay. there aren't too many Hall of Famers that don't have an MVP trophy. You know what I'm saying? Well, to me anyway. Like, I call those true Hall of Famers, where you got rings and the MVP. Like, you dominated the season and you got a ring at the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He won't ever have that.
Okay.
If he doesn't play at least 60 games.
But the counter to that is he also kind of came in the league at the worst time possible.
Yeah.
And is he ever going to beat LeBron or KD in an MVP vote? Probably not.
Tough luck. He could beat KD out. He could beat LeBron out. He could.
He could.
Because voters aren't there. Okay, so LeBron had a stretch where he won 4 out of 5 years or something else like that, or 4 out of 6 years, whatever, or 3. He had 3 out of 5.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
And he's probably deserved a couple of MVPs too, but just because he wasn't doing something you'd never seen before. That's why Westbrook won an MVP. He was doing something you hadn't seen until
he had a magical season.
Until way back until Robertson did it.
And that's why Giannis won it last year. He had a magical season. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks came out of nowhere. Boom. Oh, who's that guy? Giannis. Boom. But this guy, I think Kawhi he could wear the crown, but I think he chooses not to.
Yeah.
I don't respect that.
Okay, that's fair.
If you're good enough to wear the crown, go take the freaking crown.
Giannis put the crown on himself.
Yeah, Giannis was like, boom, I'm the crown, the king. You got to go win.
King of fourth place.
Right, you're the fourth place king. But that's where I'm at with that.
I could almost. Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to open up that can of worms. Who do you have at number 3?
I have KD.
I have Kawhi, and I've already made the argument about Kawhi. So,
KD was hurt this year. I think a healthy KD is a 1 or 2 guy. Of course, fans, if you follow the show, you know who my 1 is. Like, we're not even going to do this. So he's a 2 guy for me. Training towards number 1 when he's healthy.
All right, so who do you have at number 2?
Giannis.
I've got Kevin Durant.
Smart guy.
It hurts.
Smart guy. Smart guy.
Last time we saw Kevin Durant in the playoffs, though, these are the stats I wrote down. 32, 5 and 5, a steal, a block, 51% from the field, 44% from 3, 90% from the line.
Real cute.
Real good.
Real cute.
And imagine how much higher that was if he didn't get injured in that game against the Raptors, and which he only scored 11 points in 11 minutes.
Yeah, real cute.
I mean, he can score on anybody.
Anytime, anywhere.
Anytime, anywhere. Mid-range, 3-point, you name it.
Yeah, he's that guy.
He's become a better defender, a more willing defender.
The Warriors were using him sometimes playing the 5. A lot of times, and he would be their rim defender.
And I'm excited for Brooklyn Nets Kevin Durant because I'm telling you, this is going back to OKC version of Kevin Durant. I'm not going to try to get my 5 assists, Kevin Durant. I'll get 2 assists maybe,
and I'm going
to take 20 shots. This is the Kevin Durant we're going to see, I think, and I am.
And if he comes back like that, I'm all for giving him that number 1.
Right.
That number 1. Because, look, LeBron can't be number 1 forever.
Right.
He has to, and I think we're starting to see him, even though his numbers don't show it, he is starting to slide in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? Like, now he needs a night off.
He's having to take plays off that he used to not have to.
Right. You can see it, and you can see it on the floor. Like, he's breathing heavier in the third quarter where he used to play the entire third. He needs a break.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, these stats that LeBron is putting up, 26, 8, and 11.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's
amazing. I wish he shot better free throws because he'd have 30. He would average 30 if he shot better freaking free throws, which is a travesty, Sir LeBron, for you to be wearing the crown and to be the face of the NBA and you don't shoot free throws better than that. That is ridiculous, sir.
I know.
Ridiculous, sir.
Can't believe you would say that about LeBron.
I'm challenging. Look, man, I've had enough.
Okay, all right. Let's hear it.
I've had enough. I call it disrespect to the game.
I call it that too, yeah.
I mean, just pure laziness.
Right.
And he keep going to the line and keeps messing with his shot and stepping through. Dude, come holler at me, LeBron.
All right.
Just come holler at me. You won't leave the freaking gym until you make 100 free throws
in a row.
Oh. In a row.
In a row.
In a row.
In a row.
That's how I fix free throw problems.
Right. 100 in a row.
In a row.
Lock them in the gym. Can't leave.
We're going to get to work.
Yeah, we will. All right, so we got our top 25. Any last comments you'd like to get in?
Look, I'm excited for this. This is a nice list. I can't wait for games to get going.
Right, me too. So drop it in the comments who had the better list, and also any questions and stuff for our next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I gotta put my arms way up here. It's so much taller. Close.
Your arms aren't. Yeah, you got pretty long arms, man.
I'm close. I'm like Kevin Durant. Hey, if I stuck with basketball, I'd probably be Kevin Durant right now. Maybe. So, yeah, that was my nickname. The Kevin Durant to the YMCA. Or at least, that's what I call myself.
That's what you called yourself.
I think, what did you call me? The
Matty
Michael
Ice.
Jordan?
Matty Ice.
Matty Ice. I mean, that's the perfect nickname.
Cold-blooded.
So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stretch, it was great to get you back on.
Awesome, baby.
Looking forward to more videos with the legend right here. I gotta move my arm up higher again. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and Stretch, you know how to get us out. You know
Hey, man. Follow us, share us, like us, love us. Debate mates out.